That will be $3, ma'am.
What? I thought Mamdani was going to make public transportation free.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's the free transportation you're looking for.
That's so-
It's a cartoon camel walking down the street. That's not very nice. John Catsimatidis, when you saw Curtis Sliwa palling around with the mayor at City Hall, in a silly skit that wasn't really funny.
Greg, you were sitting next to me.
Yes, but you're a poker face.
I think both of our mouths were open a little bit. We didn't believe what we were seeing.
It was, worse than anything, it was not funny. It was not interesting. And it was not funny. It wasn't interesting, and they were mumbling. But it showed me that they were, to me, they were co-conspirators all along.
Well, and I'm surprised that Cuomo didn't react even more than he did, because it seemed like that Curtis, and nobody could figure it out, but now we could figure it out. Curtis Cuomo was the target of Curtis instead of the clear and present danger of having a socialist in New York, the way President Trump had suggested. That President Trump had said, I'd rather have a Democrat than have a socialist.
Now, was that because he was bought off by Mamdani, or was it because that Curtis really hates Cuomo?
We were all scratching our heads. We all had bald spots on our heads. we couldn't understand it, but it seems like we did an investigation, and it seems like a lot of the Mamdani supporters also contributed to Curtis, which is not against the law for Mamdani because it is what it is. But with the matching funds, it could be as much as $250,000.
So that's a lot of money. To me, it doesn't look like he spent his money well, Curtis Sliwa. I did not. That was not a robust. I don't
know where his money is, but he raised $1.5 million, and the city funded him $5.5 million. I mean, this is so stupid. When the city funds $5.5 million on raising $1.5 million, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And that's our money.
So Curtis all of a sudden ended up with $7 million, and I understand that his wife was a major part of the campaign, and I understand his sister was a major part of the campaign. I don't know where the money went. I mean, it's not up to me to investigate. It's up to other people. But the fact is, we couldn't understand why he was going after Cuomo, because the front runner was Mamdani, Zohan.
But Mamdani had an
I'm learning how to say Mamdani, and they did that skit, Mamdani.
It's mom like your mom. Donnie like Donnie Osmond. Mamdani. It was actually very helpful.
Yes.
Mamdani. Look, he was not without a certain level of charm. He didn't win me over.
Listen, I told them that we want our city to succeed, and he can have all the money he wants from Trump if he does the right things for our city. And we told them again on checks and balances. The fact is, you have Governor Hochul has checks and balances. Governor normally has checks and balances on the mayor. And also Julie Menem, the city council speaker, has checks and balances. And also Jay Clayton, the U.S. attorney, who's coordinating things that the FBI, the ATF, the DEA is doing in our city. And he reports to President Trump.
What did he say to you, Mamdani, the mayor, during that meeting?
During that meeting, he smiled a lot, and he liked the idea. I said to him when I ran for mayor in 2013 about the World's Fair. He loved that idea.
Bringing it back.
Because they'll add a zillion tourists to New York City, which we need. And what I said is the way we were going to do it is we're going to put it on the edge of every borough. right on the shoreline. So we use the ferries to go from Brooklyn to Queens to Staten Island to Manhattan to the Bronx, and so the World's Fair would be in 5 boroughs and along the shoreline, so you don't have the extra traffic.
You ever meet Tiger Woods in your travels?
I met him once, and I didn't realize until right now that he's dating Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife.
Yeah, Vanessa. And so Donald Trump's granddaughter, Kai, is the daughter of Vanessa, who's going out with Tiger Woods. Tiger, obviously...
And President Trump says, don't you dare drive my daughter, my granddaughter. He did say that.
Why not have a driver? Here he is, President Trump, on the Tiger Woods thing. And they are close. Cut 8, please. Cut 8.
I feel so badly. He's got some difficulty. There was an accident, and that's all I know. Very close friend of mine. He's an amazing person, amazing man, but some difficulty.
Some difficulties. I just can't imagine a guy like that who is probably close to billionaire status, if not billionaire status, would not have a driver. Tiger.
No way.
What?
I think he's half broke.
Why? Really?
I just, why don't you say Google the net worth of Tiger Woods?
Well, he's got one hell of a house. He's got nice cars.
Well, you know why he has one hell of a house? When you buy a house in Florida, and you pay cash for it, nobody could, even if it's the Homestead Act, even if you owe $1 zillion, they can't take that house away from you.
I think I heard about this. So if you got lawsuits coming your way, put all your money into a house and you're protected.
You're
basically
protected. You can't take that house away from you. But you have to pay the taxes on that house. And I don't know how much your taxes are.
Well, I'm going to say this. He could afford Uber. He could afford Uber. Now, some people don't like Uber, but anyway, we hope he gets it straightened out.
I use taxis. I use Ubers.
Are you worried about the oil energy situation with Iran? I feel like this, I don't know what the hell's going on.
What I've said, I was on French television the other day, on Sunday afternoon. And I said, under President Biden, oil was at $90 a barrel for 4 years, 48 months. Under President Trump, it's now $90 for 1 month. And I think the war will be over in the next 30 days. And it'll go back down to 55 to 65.
I love it. Were the French nice to you? You know, they can be rather snobby.
Well, they try to be tough. They try to be tough. And I said to him, why did he says, oh, it's going to hurt the economy. We're going to have inflation. I said, why didn't you say that to President Biden when he had it there for 4 years at $90?
Yeah. Because they like the Democratic Party more.
I said to the French, I said, the United States of America wants to protect all of Europe. The United States of America wants to protect the UK. And we've always protected it. We saved your butts in World War II. We saved your butts in World War I. And you still make mistakes. Look, you have allowed your country to be invaded. Now, so many foreigners are in France. So many foreigners in the UK, so many foreigners in Germany. You know what I did? I was in Greece 2 years ago introducing Mike Pompeo, and the Prime Minister was there and everybody. And you know what I did? I said to him, I left Greece when I was 6 months old, and I said, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Pompeo, don't let Greece. I said, my forefathers were Greek. My great forefathers were Greek. My great forefathers are. Don't let Greece get invaded. And you know what happened last year? 8,000 Libyans tried to come in to his home island of Crete. And guess what he did? He put those 8,000 in cages for 90 days.
Ooh.
Well, guess what?
What?
No other migrants came into Greece.
They got the message, huh?
They got the message.
Did they send those 8,000 in the cage back home?
Absolutely. But after they've spent 90 days in the cage.
Yeah, just something, an experience to remember us by.
Yes. So that's the Prime Minister Mitsotakis did the right thing. And look, I think Italy is for the Italians. I think Germany is for the Germans. I think France is for the French. Greece is for the Greeks. Don't let your country get invaded. You know one of the reasons for Brexit? The British were 67, about 10, 15 years ago, were 67% British. And they woke up one day and they're 47% British. They had, what did you say, the oh crap scenario. Mm-hmm. So that was the reason for Brexit. They won't tell you that. They'll tell you, oh, the economics and this and that, and we don't want to give up the British pound, which is smart for them. But the euro is strong, but it's the British pound is strong. But the dollar, I'd rather have dollars than anything else.
Yeah, cash is king, American cash, and Donald Trump's signature coming to the currency this summer. Well, John Catsimatidis, thank you as always. Who's on the show tonight?
Oh, my God. I got Congressman Tim Burchett. He's coming on, and I don't know if you heard, when they were having the UFO hearings in Congress,
right?
One of the top guys in UFOs, Major General, 2-star general, that knows a lot and was about to disclose certain things, he disappeared.
You're kidding me.
And then 2 weeks later, they found him dead.
Wow.
And there's some scientists missing. So maybe the men in black are around.
I would believe it.
Tune in, and Tom Burchett, and also Senator Bud from North Carolina. He's one smart guy. He's on the Intelligence Committee, and he made some revelations. So again, tune in to hear Senator Bud. Tune in to hear Tim Burchett. And Bill O'Reilly's always with us on Mondays.
Oh, he's amazing.
And
it's a hot show at 5:00. John Catsimatidis, we thank you for everything.
Greg Kelly, I enjoyed sitting next to you on Saturday night, and we had a good time. I don't know, the dessert I didn't like that much.
Carrot cake in a cylinder. What the hell? At first I was like, ooh, pumpkin. It was you're right about that. And they needed some ice cream. Other than that, it was a great night. Thank you, John. Be right back.
Thank you, Greg.